This is the New Hope Baptist Church, which Brother Mayfield Barnett's a member. This church was deeded a Baptist Church color October 14th, 1882. Matter of fact, this church was purchased for a price of $60, which seemed like a little bit of money, but back then that was something like maybe about 10 or 15,000. Now, when you consider most of your members here were sharecroppers, and most of your families had anywhere from 7 to 10 or 11 children. And also, the beams under this church were cut out on Brother Mayfield Barnett's father's place. His grandfather name was Jerry Barnett, and he was married to Rosetta Shepherd. And these beams are a square 16 by 16. They cut a tree down and hewed it out with a foot ad. A foot ad looked something like a manor, but what they had to do was cut a tree down and square it up. And you can see the little cut places in the beam that's still under there, and they're still solid after all these years. We went under there about maybe 15 years ago and laid about 480 12-inch blocks to kind of sure up the foundation. But other than the bricks you see on the outside and the ceiling being lowered on the inside and air conditioning put in, everything else is pretty well the same as it was in 1882. The steeple, everything is still in original shape. The only thing we done put this new system in, because when I was a child, they had an old pot-bellied stove that sit on this side, approximately right along this area here. You had what you call the deacon side on the other side, motherboard on one side, and in the middle, what you call the mourner's bench. When I come along, all your children sit on your mourner's bench. There wasn't any nursery, anything. You sit on that mourner's bench until you join the church. And that's where all your children stayed. But as I said, they balanced these beams out there about 30 foot long. So if you figure about 30 foot long, that's approximately from the length of those steps, probably about right along here. But they didn't put them together with nails. They put them together with pegs. What they done, they notched it out here and took the other one, notched it out, and placed them on top of each other and put the peg between them, so that the bottom would hold up the top weight and put your leg or stand right on the bottom of that. That's what held them together. They had those all the way up the middle and all the way around the edge of that church. But they brought those down here balanced on mules and put them up under the edge of this church. So they had a lot of wisdom back then, that those old men knew how to get things done. But $60, Mr. N.B. Albee on the vineyard on that side, and on this side here, they had the old Fairview School up here. And they used to have an old African Methodist church approximately about a block from here, up at that street. And in October 14th, 1882, this place was what's called on Ashland Street. Now, Ashland Street on your Cave Spring, this is Padlock. Ashland came along with that, what Miss Sam's house is. The old Methodist church, you'd go in there behind George Scooper there and come up by Miss Ola there and come out right along there about that fire hydrant. So this was on Ashland Street. But later, as they changed the road and done away with that road and made Padlock, it's on Padlock now. That's where it's located. Okay. Thank you.
Well, Ted, you've got some pictures of the church you'd want to put in.